Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
Rick, Romeo, India, Charlie, Hotel. I'm in Romeo, India, Charlie, Hotel. I'm in Southern Illinois, Southern India, Lima.
Roger, Roger, Rick. Well, I'm using my Kentucky SDR up around Cincinnati for copying the mail on you. I do not have a good copy on my local 7300. But if you're interested in the setup, the first thing is to double check to be sure you're in that wide 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth. 100 to 2900 on your transmitter. And what radio is that you're running, Rick?
On your transmitter, and what radio is that you're running, Rick?
I'm running a ICOM 7100, 7100.
Roger, and what's your location, sir?
Roger, and what's your location, sir?
Southern Illinois, Southern India, Lima.
Oh, Roger that. So anyway, what is the age of that radio? Is that a newer radio or an older radio?
The age of that radio, is that a newer radio or an older radio?
It's new. It's a 10-year. The ICOM 71 come out, I think, about a decade ago, but to me is brand new, fresh out of the box, brand new off the first phone record.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. So if it has a selectable bandwidth, transmit bandwidth, we're looking for 100 to 2900. It's called wide 100 to 2900 on the transmit bandwidth, Roger.
Wide 100 to 2900 on the transmit bandwidth, Roger.
Yeah, I only have 3 tunes. I've got narrow, wide, and it currently is on wide. It is currently on wide.
Excellent, excellent. So then move to your compressor processor on at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. We're just looking for a skosh of compression with finesse. So a 3, once you pass a 3 on your compression, a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, once you go past those, it starts to suck up between words. And sucking up between words doesn't do anybody any good and does irritate some people. So we have found that a 3 is a nice level for your compressor processor. 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, Roger?
Your processor, 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, Roger?
Roger on the 3 out of 10, 30 out of 100. I just now set it to 3, to number 3.
Excellent. So then let's move to your ALC meter with mic gain in hand. And as you say the word audio, spoken just as you would speak any other word in a QSO, don't stress it, just say it. And as you say it, adjust your mic level control to where your ALC meter is running in the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3, Roger?
In the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3, Roger?
I'm getting there now. Stand by for just a second. I got to find where to adjust that on here.
This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net, and Rick is trying to find out some stuff about his radio there.
Find out some stuff about his radio there.
All right. As far as my automatic gain control, the only thing that I have, I can adjust the mic gain, of course, but on the AGC, I've either got slow, mid, or fast, and each one of those 3 I can adjust as far as like the fast is 0.3 and then mid is 2.0, and I can adjust all of those. So right now it is set on slow at 6.0 F.
Roger, well, put it in that medium position, Roger.
Roger, well, put it in that medium position, Roger.
All right, I'm in the medium now, and it is showing 2.0, and I can adjust As soon as I unkey, I will tell you what the range is on that.
He's adjusting AGC, not ALC.
Yes. Do you have? You've got an ALC meter, Roger. Roger.
Yes. Do you have? You've got an ALC meter, Roger. Roger.
We doubled. You are correct. I was doing the automatic gain control. I'm sorry.
Roger, we need your ALC meter. And as you look at your ALC meter, adjust your mic level control until that meter is in the sweet spot of 7 2/3. As you say the word audio, and don't stress it, just say it as you would say any other word in a Qso, Roger?
Stress it, just say it as you would say any other word in a Qso, Roger?
Roger, okay. Audio.
Did that look about 2/3 on your ALC meter?
Did that look about 2/3 on your ALC meter?
Yes.
Roger. Okay, so tell me about the best thing you like about your radio in about 10 seconds.
Tell me about the best thing you like about your radio in about 10 seconds.
Well, being a new ham, I'm a new old ham. I had my license back in the late 80s and just got back into it. And I guess the difference between this and what I had back then is all I have to do is turn it on. There's not a whole lot of tuning to it. So until I get back into it a little bit farther, I like just to be able to turn it on and see the mic and go.
Roger. And what mic is that you're running?
Roger. And what mic is that running?
It's a HM Hotel mic -151, HM 151.
Roger, is that a hand mic or a desk mic?
Roger, is that a hand mic or a desk mic?
It's a hand mic.
Roger. Okay, so the best way to run that hand mic is pull it to the corner of your lips and talk across it. Do not talk into it. Pull it to the corner of your lips and talk across it. Actually touch the corner of your lips, Roger?
And talk across. Actually touch the corner of your lips, Roger?
QSL. So I've got with my phone right on my chin, and I'm talking directly across the mic.
Roger, so your level dropped off, and I'm not sure whether that was Mother Nature and signal strength or what, but you actually want to be on the kind of towards the front of the corner of your lips. Don't put it all the way back. I mean, you've got to get some audio in there, but what I'm saying is you don't want to address that mic straight in. So pull it to the corner of your lips, maybe a little bit more forward than where you are, and talk to me some more.
Maybe a little bit more forward than where you are, and talk to me some more.
He has low, mids, and high, just like a 7300 setting.
Yeah, I can't copy him. He's dropped out. Rick, come on back and let me hear you some more there. You've kind of reached a little low ebb there on the propagation, but maybe that'll come up here in a minute. So come on back and talk to me a little bit more.
I can talk to me a little bit more.
All right. Now I'm talking to you back the way that I was initially, as far as basically straight on to the microphone. I'm sure that probably brought my audio up quite a bit, but I don't know if that is good, bad, or indifferent.
Roger. Well, see, the hand mic is susceptible to plosives if you work it straight in. So you might want to go back to the corner of your lips, but come more forward than where you were. You're too far back. So there's a happy medium there. It's about 45-degree angle off to the off to the right or off to the left of center. Try that and let me listen to you.
They're off to the left of center. Try that and let me listen to you.
All All right,
He
I've
has
got
the same
it
tone settings
there's
as
a corner of my mouth now, and about a 45-degree angle to it. Does that sound any better or any worse?
Yes, sir. That sounds very good right there. And what you have done is you've minimized a lot of mouth distortion by working it that way. Roger, Roger.
Mouth distortion by working it that way. Roger, Roger.
Roger, Roger. I understand that. Yes, I do.
Okay, so what I would do now, we've made some corrections there. We could go on to your equalization page if you can find that, Roger.
Equalization page, if you can find that, Roger.
I don't believe that I have an equalization page on this radio.
How old is that radio?
Wants to look for transmit tone.
How old is that radio?
I heard another station in there say I need to look for transmit tone. Is that under function or is that under tone control?
I think function.
Or settings, if you have settings.
Or settings, if you have a settings.
He has the same settings as a 7300, just the 3-band EQ has a 7300, same thing.
7300 only has 2-band EQ. Roger.
7300 only has 2-band EQ. Roger.
Okay, yeah, that's what he has. He has the same EQ as a 7300.
Roger, Roger. Okay, so Rick, do you find your EQ? It could be tone control or equalization. You know, different manufacturers call things different things, and I don't know really why that is. Because to me, what we're looking for is equalization. You know, to call it tone control, you could do that, but to me, it would be more logical to call it, equalization page. But what we're looking for is your equalizer. It's a 2-band. It has bass and treble. Roger.
It's a 2-band. It has bass and treble. Roger.
The tone bandwidth for wide, medium, and narrow, and I can adjust all 5 of those that I just mentioned.
Roger, Roger. Just messing with my PA SDR. That's one of those great radios. The SDR of Milford, PA, is just beautiful usually, but today it's got some problems. I'll have to work on that sometime. So, gosh, Rick, why don't you tell me a little bit more about your antenna system, and let me listen to see where we are at the moment.
My antenna is a inverted resonant on 40 meters. It's up right at about 30 feet to the apex of the V, and both its legs are approximately 1 meter or 3 feet off the ground.
Roger, Roger. Okay, so did you find the tone control, EQ? Did you find that?
Did you find the tone control, EQ? Did you find that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Okay, excellent. So what I want you to do, you cannot put in any frequencies. You just have 2 equalizer controls. One is bass and one is treble. Is that correct?
Equalizer controls. One is bass and one is treble. Is that correct?
Correct. And then I have below that, but as far as the bass and treble, just bass and treble, 2 of them.
Okay, so I'm trying to copy the mail. You're about 2 dB above my noise level, so I'm trying to pull you out there. So what I want you to do is go to +3 clicks boost treble EQ from where you are. +3 clicks boost treble EQ from where you are. Roger?
+3 clicks boost treble EQ from where you are. Roger?
Roger, that put me maxed out at the treble of +5. I was at +3, so I could not go +3 more. I could only go 2. I am maxed out at 5 right now on the treble, Roger.
Yes, sir. Roger, roger. Okay, so now let's go to your bass control, and I want you to crank in +3 clicks boost bass control EQ from where you are. +3 clicks boost from where you are on your bass control.
Boost from where you are on your bass control.
Okay, there again, I was at +3, so I could only add 2, and that took me to +5, which is the max. +5, which is the max, Roger.
Roger, roger. Okay, so, and also remember about your placement of that mic as you talk into it, and I think that'll be just perfect. I want you to tell me about your antenna system for about 10 seconds, Roger.
Your antenna system for about 10 seconds, Roger.
Roger. Well, like I said, it is a 40 meters inverted. About 30 feet, and both legs are a meter or 3 feet off of the ground, Roger.
Roger, roger. I think that's going to do well. I wish I had a better copy on you. You are kind of marginal for doing EQ work. Usually need a little bit better signal, but I think that sounds pretty good, and I think you'll like what we have of you. Roger, roger.
You'll like what we have of you. Roger, roger.
Roger, roger. Well, I appreciate all of your time, and I will definitely look tomorrow or the next day on YouTube and see what I sound like compared to what I did whenever I started. And like I said, I appreciate all of your time for not only that you put in towards me, but what you do to every other fan out there. It is greatly appreciated.
Roger, Rick. Now, I want to do one other thing before we leave. I want you to go back to your ALC meter and reset your modulation level, because we have moved around things, and anytime you do anything to the audio chain, you should always go back and double check your modulation. So that's with the ALC meter, as you say the word audio, and adjust your mic level control until your ALC meter is running in the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3. Roger?
C meter is running in the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3. Roger.
So we're back to our ALC meter, and as you say the word audio, spoken just as you would speak any other word in the QSO, adjust your mic level control until your ALC meter is running in the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3. Roger?
ALC meter is running in the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3. Roger.
This is Kilo Charlie 9 Victor, Kilo Victor. Rick, you got a copy there, bud?
Kilo Charlie 9 Victor, Kilo Victor. Rick, you got a copy there, bud?
On a good audio at the normal QSO speaking.
I'm sorry, we doubled there, Rick. Try again. Go ahead and set your level.
I'm sorry, we doubled there, Rick. Try again. Go ahead and set your level.
Yeah, I say I'm right at 75% now on a good audio at normal QSO speaking tone and volume. Right at about 75%. Roger?
Roger, roger. Okay, keep keep in mind where you're talking to that microphone as far as your lips are concerned. Try to be as consistent as you can there. And what I would do is, again, I would leave that ALC meter out. As you're talking, and the game is to try to keep the ALC meter in the sweet spot of 7 or 2/3 as much as possible. Roger?
Sweet spot of 7 or 2/3 as much as possible. Roger?
Roger, roger. Yeah, I've got some pretty good anchor points as far as where my microphone is. The microphone is in the corner of my mouth, and then I have the middle knuckle right basically on the tip of my nose. Got very consistent anchor points for my microphone. Roger?
Yes, sir, because that what we're doing there is we're setting a 3 dB dynamic range level. And that would put your modulation at 80 to 85% with a 3 dB dynamic range. And that, if to explain that, if you were at a baseball game and you were calling the game, and for some reason I had a meter attached to your speaker out on your PA system, well, gosh, as you spoke, my meter would be bouncing around there because you're not processing that audio. You're just talking into the PA system. So my meter is going to reflect a 10 dB dynamic range, which is what they say the conversation level is if you're not, working as far as compressing it or modifying it. So, but what we want is a fuller signal for transmit. 3 dB is just there's so much noise today that you just need a fatter signal to get down the road. So we have decided that a 3 dB dynamic range is an excellent level versus a 10 dB. So what happens at a 10 dB, you have a 30% peak modulation, but at 3 dB dynamic range, your percent of average peak modulation goes up to 80 to 85%, and that's just beautiful when you're in heavy noise QRM or in a pileup. Roger.
In heavy noise QRM or in a pileup. Roger.
Roger. Yes, I do.
Well, Rick, we're about gone here, buddy. Mother Nature has pulled the plug on us, but I think you'll enjoy your recording as much as I could get of you. If you have a chance, maybe join us next Friday, and we'll run through this again. Maybe Mother Nature will have some better stuff for us in store next Friday. Roger.
Stuff for us in store next Friday. Roger.
Roger. Like I said, I do appreciate all that you've done for me and all that you do for everybody else. So I appreciate your time, sir. 73 to you.
Roger. And the options are always a windscreen. Foam windscreen is just a beautiful thing. Sometimes mounting those foam windscreens are more challenging than others, particularly to hand mics. It's possible, you cut a square piece out of your windscreen, your foam windscreen, and then apply it over the mic on your hand mic. That is one way of doing it there, and because I think every mic on the air should have a foam windscreen. It just is a way of taking those wind currents from your mouth, and instead of letting them become distortion on the air, a foam windscreen has the ability to move those wind currents away from the element before it gets to the element. So the microphone only has to translate your voice. It doesn't have to try to process these violent wind sounds that are coming out of your mouth, simultaneously with your audio. So, if you can get a foam windscreen and figure out how to mount it on that hand mic, and your station sound would just come up astronomical. Roger.
Sound would just come up astronomical. Roger.
I will definitely do that. Being a musician, I am very familiar with what you're referring to as far as the S's and the P's and the different tones that come across the mic that really have the high wind and rasp. I will definitely do that. Actually, I've got a couple of wind screens out in my gig bag, so I will probably step out and grab one and see what it sounds like.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like I say, the real challenge is to figure out how to do that on a hand mic. The ideal way would be just to slip it over the hand mic. But what happens is you're also slipping it over your key, transmit key, and it could engage your transmitter. So maybe you just want to cut out a square and find out exactly where the element is in that hand mic, and just put it center to that maybe 2-inch square piece of foam. Roger, Roger?
2-inch square piece of foam. Roger, Roger?
Roger, Roger. Yep. I understand.
Excellent. Okay, sir. Let me say 73. A pleasure. And I hope you have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend, and join us next Friday if you can there, Rick.